I really feel like this Olympics was such a Gen Z Olympics. And I say that as somebody who, for the entirety of my teaching career, taught Gen Z. I really know these kids, and I really love what they bring to the world. I know that the internet loves to shit on them all the time, just like the internet loved to shit on millennials when it was our turn to be in our young 20s. Now that Gen Z is kind of stepping into the spotlight and they're having their moment, I just like to defend them because their generation is bringing the world, I think, what we need, which is more kindness, more compassion, and a softer approach to things. And looking at this Olympics, I will say that, I don't know the stats, but this was the first Olympics that I watched that I felt that we lost a lot more than we normally do as a country. I'm talking about the U.S. I feel like most Olympics, we tend to dominate stuff, and especially the first week of the Olympics, it was heartbreak after real bad heartbreak. And that was a little weird, but it's good for us. I also think it's kind of a metaphor for us right now. But this generation of athletes that was here at this Olympics was the first, might not be the first, might be the second, but definitely dominated by 20-year-old athletes. And this is Gen Z. Something I really learned from this generation as their teacher for the last 10 years was about being kinder to each other and being a bit softer and being more inclusive. All the things that, are under fire right now. And what I saw in this Olympics, rather than wins and competition, was something that I think we just needed as a planet right now. Was this Olympics was about humanity. This Olympics, we were seeing way more about the stories. They always like to do little exposés on the stories of the athletes and their families, but I think they really went in depth with it this time, and we got to see them more human this time. In some of these major losses, we saw, I don't know what was different about it. I think it was these heavy losses on big favorites that was so new to see us kind of fall a little bit as far as the country goes, but at the same time, this pure joy at the other side of it, and the sportsmanship and the kindness. All of these athletes, though they are representing different countries, a lot of them train together and know each other really well and have competed other competitions around the world their whole career. So they all know each other. And so it was really cool to see them all kind of work together and support each other. And, Alyssa Liu, just her story of burning out and quitting and coming back from a place of pure joy, that so resonates. It should, especially for millennials, and definitely in the upcoming, Gen Z. That is the definition of these two generations. And I just love that we got to see it play out. It's finally our turn to kind of do this thing that way. And I'm just really proud to see it happening. And Gen Z, I have always thought millennials, we didn't know that things were going to derail the way they have for us. And it has just been one thing after another, and we just never seem to be getting a leg up. But we did everything we could to break the system. We set the fire to everything we could. But we're getting older now. The generation behind us, Gen Z, though, they're just like us, but they have a shorter fuse, and they're not tolerating a lot of crap that we kind of had to tolerate. So we lit the fire, but Gen Z, they're bringing the gas can to this whole thing. And I think together, our two generations, we could really do some positive damage here. So the Olympics, though, this was the first time I saw as many major losses as I have. I don't care. I really don't, because we got to see instead good sportsmanship and humanity and joy. And that's what it's about, right? That's what it should have always been about. So keep at it, guys. I really hope that that's the future of every Olympics after this, and everything we ever do as a species at this point. Out with the old playbook and in with this humanity and joy thing. That is the ticket.